What up, guys? Here we are in another video. I got a question saying, hey, do you know how to overclock? I said, yes. Can you show me? I said, sure, why not? One thing to keep in mind when you overclock is core temperature. You don't want it to get too hot. Rookie move. So, use something called core temp. It's free. All you have to do is type in core temp. Advertisements. Anyway, all you have to do is type in core temperature on Google. Pretty easy. Download it. You know, it'll tell you everything you have, and then all the cores you have, and the temperature at the bottom, the minimum and the maximum. Pretty awesome application, all free. Anyway, as you can see here, I have a AMD FX 9370. The thing is, overclocking this thing, can be kind of risky because it's already runs pretty hot because it pulls 220 TDP instead of the average, which is 95. Average 95. The one before, the one that I have came out was 125, and they doubled it to 220. So that's a lot of power. It's a lot of power, so it gets pretty hot. Yeah, it's pretty freaking hot. But it runs at about 4.4 gigahertz, which is pretty fast. That's pretty fast. But say I wanted to tune it to run to 5 or 4.9, which I have. I have done that, and it makes a crazy difference. But would go into tuner. By the way, guys, if you guys are using other applications like AMD Overdrive, I think it's called clock and frequency settings. You can do it in BIOS. I wouldn't, I'd rather, it's easier to do on the software than it is in BIOS. Then you have to keep restarting or starting it on and stuff like that. But anyway, frequency. I already have some settings here. Load, open. Okay, so instead of 200, it's going to be at 206 on the BCL. The ratios, it's going to be up a little bit on each compared to what it is at now. And the voltage, you want to up the voltage. So whenever you overclock, just remember, if it starts to crash on you, that's okay. You know, it doesn't kill the computer like everyone thinks. It's just a safety precaution that the computer takes and crashes down. And then when you start it back up, it'll be at default settings. But, let me maximize this a little bit. No, I can't maximize it. But remember, like I said, just monitor the temperature, because that's the one way you can do some damage, you know. I would start with overclocking. If you like to overclock, start with overclocking the processor, and then move your way on to the other stuff like the RAM and the graphics card and this and that, But anyway, guys, that's how you do it, basically. If you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, hateful comments, throw me in the YouTube comments. Please subscribe. If you guys got any other questions, leave me a note.